Hello fellow astrologers, welcome back to the next video in our Astrology Keyring Fundamental series. In this video, we're going to be talking about Pisces the Dreamer, and this will be the final video in the C series before we move on to the D series where we talk about the planets. In the last video, C11, we talked about Aquarius, and since the final sign in the Zodiac is Pisces, the natural progression is to finish up right here at Pisces. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about Pisces, go over some of the interactive links that connect to Pisces, as well as the sign breakdown for Pisces. And then we'll look over here on the key ring to see how it all connects. And when we're done with that, we'll come back and go over the keywords for Pisces. Pisces is the mystical 12th sign of the Zodiac, ruled by Neptune and aligned with the water element and mutable modality. Representing imagination, empathy, and spiritual awareness, Pisces energy flows between worlds, the seen and the unseen. They are intuitive and artistic, often channeling emotion through creativity and service. Deeply compassionate, Pisces feels the collective heartbeat of humanity. At their best, they offer healing, wisdom, and unity. But when unbalanced, they may become escapist, idealistic, and overwhelmed by emotion. So in all of our videos, we like to mention the interactive links. All of these topics pertain to Pisces and they're connected. You can click on any of these links and it will take you to a Google search about the topic. We also have a series of links with the letters and numbers that are the actual videos. We go over the page discussing those topics just like we're doing right here on this video. So let's go over the sign breakdown for Pisces. The birth range for Pisces is between February 19th and March 20th. If you're born between these dates, then that means you'll have a Pisces sun. A lot of people, when they get astrology, they just think about just the moon, the sun sign. And this will tell you what your sun sign is. But there's so many more planets to that. You could have Pisces in any one of these other planets too, but it flavors a different part of your chart because that's a different aspect of who you are. So let's continue on to the elements. Water sign. Pisces is definitely a water sign. It's very intuitive. It's connected with spirituality, sensitivity, and it's very nurturing. It's also the modality of mutable. It is the most flexible of all the water signs. It's changeable and adaptable, and it's willing to look into places and depths that no one will ever think about. So, the ruling planet of Pisces is Neptune. Neptune is a planet of dreams and institutions and the subconscious. Neptune very much so connects to Pisces in many ways, but we'll talk about that more in the D section about Neptune. The corresponding house to Pisces is the 12th house. It is the 12th sign, and we will talk more about 12th house issues when we get into the E section, which is houses. But as you can see right here, at the end of the zodiac, right here before Aries, that's where Pisces and the 12th house ends up. You see Pisces, 12th house, Neptune. We also have Jupiter in there because Jupiter was the traditional ruler of Pisces before we even knew what a Neptune was. But now that we found more planets, it's now ruling Neptune. As you see here, right here in the final line, the 12th house of subconscious, Pisces, Neptune, Jupiter, water, and mutable. We have that whole line highlighted at the end that corresponds to all these little bits of information. And it is a mutable water sign. We do have everything color-coded. You see the elements and modality, and in the sign where we have the element triangle is highlighted, as well as the square for the mutable modality. And you can see how they connect to the other signs for the elements and modalities. Every time we talk about a sign, planet, or house, we always bring up the keywords so people can know a little bit more about what that sign, planet, or house entails. In this case, we like putting in the general traits, the positive traits, and the negative traits, so you get a good balance of what the sign, planet, or house entails. So let's go ahead and read these. General traits: intuition, imagination, compassion, dreams, healing, and spirituality. Positive traits: empathetic, creative, gentle, intuitive, artistic, spiritual, romantic, and wise. Negative traits: escapist, overly sensitive, idealistic, confused, avoidant, codependent, and prone to illusion. Okay, those are some pretty good keywords right there. Now, you may have heard those before in other signs, but that's probably because they share an element or a modality, which shows some of their similarities, while at the same time, they have their other keywords that show the differences. So, that pretty much sums up Pisces the Dreamer and our C part of the series in the book. Next, we'll be moving on to the D series, where we talk about all the planets in the zodiac, as well as the luminaries and the points of power. We hope you have enjoyed this video from our Astrology Keyring series. If you like the content, please like, follow, and share with your friends. Thank you for watching, and have a blessed journey.